Hey everyone, Jdrawstudios here, and I am with Chronic Diarrhea, better known as Will, in my videos where I complain about him. But today we're going to be showing the map that we've been working on for the last 2 days. Now this map is pretty much just a 1v1 map, or it can be up to 8v8. It's essentially just a 2-team map.
It's an arena.
Yeah, so the name of the map is Chinese Airsoft. We keep calling it paintball, but it could be either or, because there's a giant underside of the map. Currently we are in the kind of the hub area slash lobby. This is kind of where you can get back to the creative hub, but we added kind of some railing around it, so if you're down here in the lobby, which is where people tend to go when the match is over, they fall down to the bottom. This is where you'll be. So we added some like obstacle courses from the prefabs. We had a friend who built a bar, and we built a way up with jump pads. So this is where you'll go if you end up leaving the match, and then that's if you want to get back to the creative hub without leaving. Now this will take you back up to the map, and this will be the first time you guys actually see the map. We'll go over some of the routes. We'll talk about mostly everything we've added. This was built so if we don't give people flying powers, they can get up and check out the map. So we'll head into the spawn and we'll show the spawn. So this will be where you spawn. There's 8 players on this side, and you have 3 exits to leave from. So you have the exit on the top, you have the bottom exit that will send you to the kind of the middle portion of the map, and then you have this part that will lead you down to the Airsoft arena. We added these pads, these boost pads, so it's quicker to get down there, so it's not a route that's longer to take. It's more universal now, so it's easier to just take that one rather than using the other 2 quick routes. But the only drawback is when you take it, it makes a lot of noise, so when you take it, people will definitely know you're down in this Airsoft portion of the map. So take that into consideration when you use this portion of the map. Now the center portion, well, what it will do is you just drop down, and we put a barrier so no one can snipe you immediately when you leave spawn. And it gives you the ability to either go down here for some more cover to quickly take care of some people that are peeking, or you can jump up here on these pads and you can jump onto the roofs and start making your way around the map in the various ways that are laid out. And there's also this small underhang just to slightly camp for the players that are coming down from spawn. You can kind of chill down here and get a kill if you're lucky. Now by far everyone's favorite route in this game is this quick bounce pad one. This will quickly get you on top of the map, on top of the towers, and this can allow you to obviously be in a 1v1 with the guy across on the other side if they just came from spawn too. And it's the best bird's eye view of pretty much everywhere you can shoot from, minus the Airsoft arena.
And the spawn is the same for both Team 1 and Team 2.
Yeah, the entire map is symmetrical, both sides. Except for the Airsoft arena. That's kind of mismatch, because we wanted to kind of give variation towards that portion of the map.
It's more for close combat.
This section is where you get your guns. We wanted to vary it up and not put legendaries, because with legendary weapons they have high DPS, so it would have made a lot more one-shot kills. The op, for an example, has drop-off, so we didn't put the heavy sniper. We didn't want the shots to quickly kill, we wanted it to take skill. That's why we added some skill weapons. We have the pump as just the standard shotgun in here, the AK, because we find it better than just the standard blue assault. We have the deagle, not the golden one, because we want to make sure, since there's no shields, since the game modes are buggy, we wanted to add this so you can survive at least one shot if you don't get headshotted. Crossbows are here, so you can do some trick shotting or just mess around with it since it's not in the base game anymore. And we have the scoped assault rifle, so we can get rid of the stigma of it being a bad weapon. So when you come here, you can use it to practice it on the 1v1 map. Again, mentioning that the game is kind of buggy right now, these chests have ammo. It has a bunch of ammo, I think stacks of 1,000 each. So I don't think that there is going to be 8 players yet on this map, but we can add more chests if need be. But there is plenty enough for 8 players if people split and do teamwork. Now we get into the meat of the potatoes. We're going to be talking about now the map itself. So the map is symmetrical. as we mentioned before, and it has these two main houses with multiple routes you can take. To get to the bottom section, we have these two ramps in the center that will take you down to the Airsoft arena. And then on the side, there's also two other ramps, and these ramps are pretty much behind the two temples. On both sides of the arena, there are these bathhouses, and it's just more areas to kind of peek and run around. Each side also has its own kind of side temple where you can kind of go up and perch and get a good angle on the other side of the map as well. Dragons indicate the spawn point from the higher portion, so you can see where they're coming from. The two temples are distinct from one another. They have two themes, one being a shop and one being kind of an office. Will ended up building the shopping side, and this is all his work. You can take it away from here.
Shop. I kind of added stuff for like cover. I just didn't want it to be so open. That's pretty much it.
Then each side has because there's the roofs, we added kind of more stuff up here. Just more cover to hide behind, but these little rooms typically don't get used. So in the future we might add some kind of more windows and more balconies for people to actually use these. Because a lot of times they're just running up and down in this main portion, but they don't hide there. Kind of like how Battle Royale has maps and areas that people don't really use. This map tends to have these rooms that don't get used. And so this side I built, this side is the office. Downstairs is kind of a better example of it. More of a kind of industrial district of like a Chinese or Japanese area.
A little more open.
Yeah, this area is definitely more open, but unlike the other side where it has a straight down view, this side you can zigzag a little bit more. And it still has cover. And then you have the ability to kind of come up onto these little portions, and they're on both sides. Just gives you a little area to kind of hide behind and peek players who are unsuspecting you to be there. Like Will mentioned previously, the Airsoft portion is really good for close combat. So when you're down here, you can practice kind of your flick shots. You can practice just being really close to players, jumping up, peeking them, shooting them with shotguns or any weapon really. But most of the time you'll be using shotguns in regular gameplay. So this area will definitely test your ability to use shotguns. The quarter pieces give you these ramps so you can kind of go up. And with the exception of the spawns, you really can't peek two of the sides, but you can get a good angle down the middle. So if someone's camping over there, you can snipe them. But to go with the color palette, we chose orange and black, which gives it that feel you get with like laser tag or paintball, airsoft. Just the theme is what we went with. Whereas above's more like rough and tough, actual blazing gunfights. We added a little tent to signify a camper up here, a little Easter egg on the map. In the next clip, we'll show gameplay footage of what the map is like played out. So we'll have 2v2 scenarios going on. In the future, if there's a code that I can give you guys to download the map or play it for yourselves, there'll definitely be a code in the description, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, please enjoy the footage, and thank you for watching.